I'm Matt Boyle here for Breitbart at CPAC here with Sean Spicer, former White House press secretary, current anchor of a program on Newsmax.
Spicer & Company launches Tuesday, 6 o'clock, weeknights.
Very, very exciting. Yeah. And also world famous dancer.
Well, I think I told you every Sunday night we had an appointment where you and all of your listeners helped make that happen. So never forget that.
It was an enormous amount of. What, you made it to the quarter semifinals?
Quarterfinals, yeah.
The quarterfinals. Okay, amazing experience, and that was a movement, and that's kind of what we see here. We see the movement. This is the conservative movement. It's the big annual event.
This many people that love the president and conservative policies this close to Washington D.C.
We're in the shadow of the swamp,
right? And so it is great to see it. It's also going into an election year really exciting because people are hearing all these speakers in terms of what's at stake and why we need to fight. Because this president, more than any president, frankly, probably right or left, has shown the binary choice that exists, that his policies that he's fought for and acted are proving to have real results. And I remember when the House of Representatives was up for stake, and a lot of people said, well, I don't want to vote for a guy, I voted for Trump, not the House. When Trump lost the House, we went from enacting Trump policies and the country moving in a positive direction to impeachment and investigations. And so these elections, whether it's for him or the midterm, have consequences. And frankly, the state elections have equal consequences because it's all about redistricting. And we're losing the ability to keep some of these members in Congress if we don't take care of preserving majorities in the state legislature.
Right. So now, this is my 10th CPAC. I was doing the math earlier. 10 years, decade of CPAC.
So, but holy smokes! I'm thinking now that you've asked. I went to mine when it was at the Marriott Wardman on Connecticut. I think that in the 90s. So I don't know that I don't have consecutive, but I mean I'm definitely into my 20th.
Right, but so where I'm getting at with that is the movement's changed, the party's changed a lot in 10 years, even just in the past few years. What are some of the things we need to do this year to ensure that President Trump is reelected, to get a Republican House back? Because I think both of those things are very possible, if not likely.
I think they're hugely likely. But I'll say this, and it goes back to what I just said, that people have to understand that these elections have consequences, and that especially now with the Democrats talking about socialism, that if you think that what's going on in the country,
you read my mind. That was my next question.
Oh well, there we go. We can ease right into it.
America versus socialism.
But if we believe that the country's moving in the right direction, then we have to not just go out and vote, but we have to talk to people. And in the left, you guys know this as well as I do, that they try to cancel us out. And they win when we stop fighting. When we stop talking, when we kind of fall in line, they win. And they went out in 2018 and took back the House of Representatives. So the people were fired up. A lot of the guys on the right said, oh, no one would ever vote for a Democrat. They've seen all the good that Trump's doing. And a lot of people didn't go out and vote. They must go do it now and do everything they can to spread the word and to talk to their friends and their neighbors and their family. That's it. I mean, we got to get these people out.
So now, the impeachment and investigation stuff, they were dead set. The left, the media, the Democrats, they've been trying to take out President Trump for a while. The latest one now is coronavirus. So I saw the New York Times this morning called it Trump virus. They're insane. It comes from communist China. But I mean, these people will never stop the Trump derangement syndrome disease that infects the left and the media establishment is just despicable. Should we expect it to get worse between now and Election Day?
Unfortunately, probably, yeah. I mean, the idea that you're politicizing a virus that's, as you point out, coming from China throughout the world is sad. I mean, the idea that the speaker called the vice president and said that she had concerns about his ability to lead the whole of government approach to this is pathetic and sad. The vice president's the number 2 person in the government. You can't get much higher. You can't expect, obviously, the president of the United States to be running point. But to be able to assign the vice president, and then have the Speaker of the House say that she questions that call is ridiculous.
Yeah, so now, so you got a new show on Newsmax. Tell us about that. When does that start? What are some of the things you try to do with that?
It starts this Tuesday on Super Tuesday, 6 o'clock every weeknight. And the idea is to have more of a discussion and a conversation at 6 o'clock, not talk, tell people what the news is, but talk about it, explain it. I think too many times the media likes to make issues seem very simplistic and black and white, and they're not. And what we want to do is have conversations and bring people into the discussion and explain what's really going on, why, how it affects them, and not make it seem so simplistic.